Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome, as always, to the world of magic and miracles, the feeling of magic and miracles, the life of magic and miracles that floats all around your life every second of every day. And you peer your head through the curtain and find a glimpse of it, and your life is perfect. And somehow something grabs your attention back in the physical plane that makes you feel like you're not in the world of magic and miracles. And your experience of life changes. But it's okay, because it's just a move of your head or your body back into the world of magic and miracles. It's all around you. You just have to look for it. You just have to remember that it's there in the midst of every distraction or everything that seems like a difficulty or a problem. It's right over your left shoulder, smiling, laughing with great mischief. So it never leaves you, because it's a part of everything. And so are you. So it's always right there. And these broadcasts are just an opportunity to remind you that they're there, that that world exists. It's real. And mostly to remind you that you already know it. You've already experienced it more times than you would like to maybe even admit. And even as the millions of times that we're yanked back into this physical plane to find some problem, if we choose that route, the door is always open to come into the world of magic and miracles. No charge, free admittance, until that day when the world of magic and miracles is the world that you live in the physical world. So there will be no yanking back and forth. You just live in the world of magic and miracles. And every experience is seen from that view. Every experience is accepted from that view. And every experience is moved on from that view. So now you don't have to go back and forth or look for the door. You're always there. But until that moment, know that you can go there. Know that it's right behind you when you feel like there's some difficulty in your life. And that's all these broadcasts are. It's just the light pointing to a door just a hand being extended out to escort whoever needs escorting to the door, to a world that is perfection, not the way we understand perfection, but perfection meaning there's nothing wrong. So we offer support through the Advancement Center for this journey that we're all on together, yet individually, as each person is finding their way to their true self, some further down the highway than others, but all traveling. And some may not know about the world of magic and miracles or other dimensions. And maybe many of you who watch this broadcast know these things, but others who may be tuning in for the first time at some point far down the road are maybe just recognizing consciously that there's another way, there's another life, and that they've always been it, and they've always known. They just forgot. And maybe they had moments in their life where they had contradictions of the desires of the physical world and what they were feeling somewhere inside them that they could not fully understand. But everyone, when they find that place that they know exists, that's outside of this physical reality, they remember that they've always known it, they've been living it, and it's the thing that makes them the happiest that they could ever be. Even when you go back into the physical world and enjoy your life and have a desire to do something like start a company or play an instrument or do anything, it's non-attached. It has no bearing on who you really are. And once you meet that person, everything else is just for laughs and giggles, something to be enjoyed, something to play. But who you are is far greater than any identity that can be gained from this physical experience. So I always greet you with a smile and a wink so that you know none of this is serious. And that's the place you know inside yourself. Because there's nothing to be learned, there's nothing to study, there's no graduation. to the next grade and the next grade and the next grade. They told us that's what we had to do in life. And we smiled and laughed, but we did it. But what's inside of you needs none of that. And so there's no studying for a test. There's no preparing for anything. And that's why we can smile and wink and have a grand time on this journey. It feels like a quiet feeling of anticipation for something inconceivable to arrive is being felt. Quiet excitement bubbling inside as the mystery and the unknown come closer and closer. Life is getting simpler every day. A weight is being gently lifted off the shoulders of humanity. This feeling is transmitted through the awareness that there is less to do and less to fix. Less that enters your field as negativity. It's a beautiful feeling to feel this even as you realize that you don't know where it came from or how it got here. But in the meantime, you are forced to enjoy it, even as you might want to find something that is wrong and needs fixing or focusing on. This is just a bad habit that somehow brings us comfort, because the thought of everything being okay, even though they tell us that it's not, can be quite frightening. This life is so incredible and magical, with all that we know and all that we have sought to know. It always comes back to the simple truth that we are who we are. And there's really nothing to solve and definitely nothing to fix. We are simply a spirit living in a human form, experiencing a physical world of matter. So dance and smile and laugh and wink, the wink of mischief. When you go to the amusement park and you get on that one ride that you have an incredible experience on, an experience that you will never forget, your joy and excitement in that moment are beyond incredible. This is a picture of our life. A giant, nonstop amusement park full of rides and thrills that you may have never experienced before. Some will make you smile. Some might make you sick and feel like throwing up. But no matter what you experience, you always find yourself headed back to that amusement park to find that thing, that ride that will bring you to the heights of joy and the heights of excitement. The amusement park is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. It never closes, and it never will. This is the perspective that allows you to enjoy your life. Have some popcorn, cotton candy, and a corn dog, and head off to the next ride with a smile on your face and a smile in your heart and that knowing wink in your eye. That wink that says, I am a spirit and I can never die. Within us, consciousness continues to expand. It is flowing through us and expanding all around us. The ancient technology that existed in the past, that was displayed in places like ancient Egypt and other civilizations, is being revealed to us to show us what we were capable of and how the technology was used in the past. We have had to surpass these technologies so that we are able to make room for something new, something that we cannot detail, but something that is within us. We cannot go back and duplicate what was done before, but instead we must realize that something different will take its place. Our interest and curiosity allow us to see and remember how everything worked at that time. All this information is coming forward so that everyone can know how everything actually worked. But if you try and duplicate what was done in another time, you will find that you will not be able to accomplish what was done before. We are operating within a new field of consciousness that has been handed down to us without our knowing. This blooming is happening within us, just as it had happened in the past. Greater things than these will we do, but in a completely different way than it was done before. This is not to separate or distance us from the magnificence, magic, and power that was being used to assist humanity then, but to show us the thread that is there to connect us to the awareness of how we will deliver it today, to incorporate it into our awareness and see how it is a continuum of wisdom and an evolution of the consciousness that has its own destiny and mind. For consciousness itself is alive and will always find a way to push itself forward no matter what the obstacles. It is now switching on our internal source technology that lies within us to do what was done before in a different way, while still incorporating what came before. So that just as we are looking back thousands of years to see how it was done, the next generation will be looking back thousands of years to see how we were able to do what we do. As we move forward at faster and faster speeds, we will mainly begin to be shown what we are doing through the expanded technology that currently resides within our being. Then, when it is time, we will be shown how we are doing what we do so that we can also pass on these mysteries to others, like those that were passed on to us. Therefore, the grandness of this civilization will be brought forward by us. It is no accident that it is us who are here at this moment in time, and we will be given the necessary level of awareness through the evolving consciousness to do what is needed to be done at this time for the advancement of humanity and of the human entity and its new civilization. Those great beings were the ones for then, and we are the ones for now. For advancement never comes in the exact same way as it meanders through the illusion of time. Every expansion of consciousness is a world unto itself, with all manner of new, as well as the combination of new and the old. I know that the vibration of the ones who were here to lead the way for humanity is still here. It has taken a form that is completely different from the form that it existed in the past. You may find that your desire for the advancement of humanity is not unlike those of whom you consider the great masters of the past. And as we hear about how they used their magic, gifts, and abilities to deliver magic and miracles and to change matter and so much more, all for the benefit of humanity, we most times see them as something beyond us, greater, more powerful, and as someone to be revered. But they never intended that to be the narrative. They knew we would do more than them because we would have the benefit of their wisdom, knowledge, and support. They didn't want us to be compared to them, and they knew we wouldn't do it the same way that they did it. They had to do it their way because that was how it was going to be done at that time. And we will do it in our way because that is the way that it has to be done now. But it is being brought forward by the same source because of the same desire, which is being completed through the same vibration. It is all orchestrated and being delivered in perfect harmony as each one stands on the shoulders of the one who came before. So watch what happens. You just watch what happens now as the doors open and the switches flip to allow all the abilities of the new human to come online and begin their own revealing. This will take humanity and the human entity into the rarefied air of the higher consciousness and into the realm of a higher vibration and a higher dimension. For we are once again headed for another golden age that will last for 1,000 years and more. And when we look back to this day, we will remember that this was the day that you remembered who you are and the day that you saw exactly where you're going. Cheers to us all. Cheers to each and every one of you. And with that, I say, with tuppence for paper and strings, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight. With your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go enjoy your life and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. When you send it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your fist holding tight to the string of your life. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up to the highest heights, up through the atmosphere where the air is clear. So let's go fly a kite. Let's go fly a kite. Let's go enjoy our life into the amusement park. And what's coming, what you're going to be able to do, what's inside of each one of us that we have no idea how it's been prepared to do for humanity. what was orchestrated to be done. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. It's another perfect day, magical in every way. Have yourself a perfect life. Have yourself perfect health. And have yourself a magic future. Thank you for joining me. I am David.